wanting is to build a garden. It's going to be basically everything that's right behind me. I'm going to get rid of all the stuff that's right behind me, all this bushweed. We're planning on getting in some potatoes, some things that kind of grow in the winter times, some squash, stuff like that, just to get things going. And then as springtime comes around, we'll start putting in a lot of other different species that thrive during that time. If you can see the barn, it's going to be basically from where the barn is all the way up to the house, to the line of the house. And then all of this will just be rows and rows and rows of lettuces, tomatoes, a lot of other things. Stay tuned as this gets developed, our awesome garden. This is just gonna be a home garden for us and the family. So since I got the mower out here, we mowed as much as we could right now. This is basically what it's gonna look like. We'll have the tomatoes eventually, we'll have a bunch of different lettuces, we'll have potatoes, squash, a bunch of little fun things that you can eat. And we're gonna grow it regeneratively. And basically what that means is we're gonna be natural. We're gonna have all of our animals here that are gonna be eating on the land, and then they're gonna be defecating on the land, and all of that sounds gross, but it's actually the best thing possible for the land. Now, all the nitrous oxide that collects and builds up on the land thanks to the animals and the other microorganisms that are growing within the land are all gonna be compounded right in here. Now, what are we not gonna do? We're not gonna till. We're not gonna dig up and release all that nitrous oxide off into the air where it then gets lost into the atmosphere, which is basically a lot of what the climate change stuff is going on right now. Now we're not gonna till, so we're not gonna let the nitrous oxide leave, and we're not gonna dry out our land by the sun just beating down on it and just completely killing all of the microorganisms within the land. So we're gonna have all of this growing here. We're gonna have the animals. It's gonna be a full life cycle on this land. It's gonna be regenerative agriculture. Regenerative agriculture is one of the new things that's coming about. It's actually an old original way of doing things, but in the past 50, 100 years, it's kind of gone a little bit different. But we're gonna bring it back to all natural, regenerative agriculture. We're gonna keep this land clean. We're gonna have our animals. It's gonna be wonderful. Thanks, guys. Freedom Brothers!